Yes, finally, DAVIDO is highly available despite one of the songs in his new album, Timeless, was titled Unavailable. DAVIDO is available and is doing well for himself. Let's also let you in that that album at this point has broken several records, including becoming the first African album, the first album of an African artist to rank top on the US iTunes. So congratulations to DAVIDO. We're starting the show on a very positive note. My name is Matthew Okugbe. If you're just joining us, the show is Family Platform. And I have my strike partner here in the studio, Francisca Onwobodo. She's also saying Happy Easter.
Yes, Happy Easter to all of you out there. Happy Easter to you. I don't know I don't understand.
What's wrong with you? Happy Easter. You just said Happy Easter. What do you have in mind?
Happy Easter that Matthew, he mentioned it's a season of giving.
Yes.
And
I know you want to go there.
Since last year, this is Chinese restaurant. I don't see nothing. Anyways, it's good to be on the show again, once again, Matthew. And also, it's good to have you guys on the show as well. You know how we get to do it on the show. And today is not going to be exceptional because what's trending is next after that wonderful performance coming from DAVIDO. We start off with this what's trending, where Bovie, yes, has finally opened his cold relationship with Basket Mouth. You know, when I saw that video last time, we talked about AY
and Basket
Mouth. What's up with the Basket Mouth story? Because I really don't understand.
Look, I'll begin to say this. Remember at some point where Basket Mouth seems to put himself away from some of the A-list comedians who many would have thought this guy would have been very cool, Basket Mouth. It was only Bovie that was on his good books. It was always Basket Mouth and Bovie headlining shows together, doing gigs together, and there's this relationship that many thought that nothing would ever happen to. But when the old AY story came out, even me myself, I never knew that Basket Mouth and Bovie were no longer as cool as they were before now. You understand? But when that issue of this guy was of AY came to the front burner a couple of weeks back and people started talking about it, and bam, another interview, and this time it was Bovie was asked about his relationship with Basket Mouth, and all he said was that we are cool, we are no longer the way we used to be, things has changed and other stuff. So although he refuses to really opened up on how things got to deteriorate to the extent it is, but you could tell that these guys are now miles apart. You could tell that they no longer pick up the phone to check on each other.
Wow.
You could tell from all Bovie said in that interview. And I begin to ask myself, what's up, Basket? What's up, Basket? Basket, I'm a huge fan of Basket. I like Basket a lot because he's an intelligent, highly intelligent comedian.
Yes.
He picks this and he does, and he cracks you up with it.
Yes,
but for the fact that he's unable to just let little things slide and he's losing his friends this way, for me, it's not a good one, Francisca.
But the thing is, another question is, yes, you know, AY talked about Basket Mouth. Now, Bovie is talking about Basket Mouth. Do we then say that, I stand to be corrected, do we then say that Basket Mouth has attitude issue, or Basket Mouth is just trying to play safe in the sense that, you know, if you are not loyal to me, I'm no longer friends or pal with you?
Look, there are people I know that,
because there are some people like that.
They don't joke with loyalty.
Do you understand?
They don't joke with loyalty at all. If there is one thing they won't forgive you for, if you do something wrong or you betray that loyalty, they will never forgive you.
I think we've got the next story, Matthew.
Yes, this time around, we ought to start by talking about DAVIDO. But I'm happy we decided to just talk about the comedians first, who are making us laugh, especially with some of their recent beef. But DAVIDO is also doing us very, very proud. DAVIDO is not betraying anybody's loyalty, and nobody is betraying Davido's loyalty as far as Timeless is concerned. I just said something before we started that Timeless, for the first time, has become the first African album, the first album of an African artist since the world started to top the US iTunes charts. And Davido has seated there for over a week since his album was released. Some persons thought it would just be there for like maybe an hour, 30 minutes, but he stood there for over a week.
Wow.
That is to tell you that Davido has got something coming as far as this album is concerned. I've listened to a couple of tracks, and I'll be very, very open. I'll be very, very sincere. Some songs caught it for me, but some also was below par. It definitely for a 14 album, 17 track album, you don't expect all the songs to be your favorite.
Yeah.
But as I told someone who was also talking about the album, I said, you must allow an album to go, you must grow into an album. You must listen to it over and over again. You naturally begin to realize that songs you never paid attention to, you now begin to like those songs. So for Davido, he's doing exceptionally well, and we are happy that he's back. And I also want to ask you this, Francisca, and I promise that this will also lead us to our next discussion. Are you ready to snatch me from some careless women? Because the words of Sarah Martins, the Nollywood actress, said, advise young ladies on social media to snatch a responsible man, any responsible man they can find anywhere, responsible men like me, that they should go out there and snatch them from careless women. Francisca, are you ready to snatch me?
Are you putting me on a spot?
I am asking you, really are you ready to snatch me or not? Obviously, a lady just advised you now. A lady just advised you on social media. A Nollywood actress, Sarah, just advised you on social media now.
But I think we have to understand the context responsible. Like, who is a responsible man? What are the features of being a responsible man? I think that's where. Are
you looking at me seated close to you?
I look at you now. You are
you are asking the features of a responsible man.
But if your woman
I'm putting on blazers for Christ's sake.
If your woman refuses to let go of you, and also let's also not forget that there is something called love. The truth is, if I don't like you, if I don't love you, I think likeness first. Likeness first. No matter how responsible that you are, if I don't like you, I don't know. Maybe some people will say over time you will get to like the person, but me as a person, I have to like you first. Then it grows into love. So let's say, yes, responsibility is very important.
Yeah.
Very, very important. But then again, I don't think that should be a major factor. Yes, someone might be responsible, but you don't like the person, so it doesn't mean you have to go and snatch the person away from the woman's, from the woman. No, that's not what it meant.
Francisca, let's head up straight to two individuals who also, you could also say that Saga snatched Nini from someone. Because while they were in the Big Brother house, Nini had this very serious relationship in Abuja. I remember a guy that bought her a car before she came to the house, But just last week, Nini and Saga are now engaged. There was a low-key engagement ceremony in Lagos, and it was very cozy, and no one saw that coming. And even after they left the house, there were reports that they were no longer in good terms, that Saga has moved on, and Nini has gotten back to his fiancé. But love has a way of finding themselves, and God so have it, Nini and Saga are engaged, Francisca.
Wow, this is good to know. I wish them well. This is just what I talked about. Yes, she might have been dating before she came into the house, but there is one special thing about likeness that leads into love. There are some things that, maybe something extraordinary that you say, oh, no, I think I like this person for this extraordinary thing. And that, I feel that's the reason why Nini decided to say, okay, my ex-boyfriend, you can take a bow.
Yeah.
And also, the same, it is reciprocal.
Yeah.
If the same thing didn't happen to Saga
too,
I don't think that both Saga and Nini would have come together.
Yeah.
So these are two different people who had relationships before coming into the house.
Your friend, Portable. Portable is in the news.
He has come out to say that, I know we wear prison clothes. I know.
Possible was in prison and he's telling Nigerians,
and
he's telling those of you who mocked him that he was taken to the prison that he they never in any way done on him the prison outfits. So for Portable, I think I admire his business sense because the center seems to be on him at this point. He has been able to command that clout that is needed to also drive in a single that will sell. And immediately his bail conditions were perfected. He went straight to the studio, and in less than 48 hours, he came out with that song. I listened to a couple of lines from the song and the lyrics, despite all his songs sounding almost alike. But I think one thing I admire about him is the fact that he knows that he needs to cash in on this. Yes, you guys don't take me go prison, Abby. But so I know say people don't follow the story. So if I hit this with a song, and for me, it's been trending on social media, and your take on Portable, Francisca?
Well, I love the points where you made taking an opportunity, and it feels this is an opportunity, just like, you know, Fausto who took opportunity of the, you know, election and everything. So, but then again, sometimes what I ask celebrities is this: whatever you are making out there, how positive is this, you know, reflecting to your fans who are following you,
the society
and also
in general.
the society in general?
I differ. If you are a business person, you won't see it from that. You won't see it from that angle. I'm looking at it from a business perspective, from the economic side. Portable needs to catch in on this.
Okay.
And if he comes and starts singing about a beautiful girl, it will not attract the level of publicity the song is gaining at this point. But people want to hear his story about his trial. And that's exactly what he was able to put in that song. You could also hear some lines in that song where he called the name of the young man who dragged him into this whole mess. How he supported the guy, how they now want him to spend the rest of his life behind bar. This is just a way of naturally telling his story. But you know, he also needs to put it out there that I go prison, I know wear their clothes. But one man that is about going to prison and might be wearing the prison clothes in the United States is actor Williams Nancy. Actor William Nancy has been taken to court by his neighbor for killing 3 of his trees. The neighbor has some trees he planted in his compound. And he said Nancy Williams has a way of encroaching most times. Instead of Williams to go through his own area, he would just pass through the neighbor's garden. And the neighbor now went to court that the trees he planted, 3 trees he planted, were killed by Williams. Because Williams most times will just come there and start doing all forms of things in his garden. Will turn there to his walkway and other stuff. So Williams was arrested, and the case is now in court. Francisca, somebody taking somebody to court for killing trees. This is not tree we never big o. Small one in the US.
Nothing where you don't go.
And the judges are sitting over it.
They will sit over it because
and interestingly, he found guilty.
That's what I'm saying.
The prison term is 6 months.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And he can also pay a fine of how many? Of $200,000.
Well,
he found guilty.
Well, it is law. Maybe it is in their law.
Yeah.
It is in their constitution. I know that there is one particular thing that United States of America, anything that has to do with living thing, they hold it, you know,
very
dearly. They cherish anything that has life. So I'm not surprised that this is happening. It's only in Nigeria that we can say, kill the this thing, you understand all those kind of things. But these are people who cherish anything that has to do with living creatures. So I don't know. Let's just wait and see how that will happen for Williams and, of course, Nancy. Anyways, that's the much we can take on.